Hey, it's been a while. Um, I'm now 14 months on testosterone altogether, but about 8 months on injections. I had just made a video about how I felt coming out as trans at work because where I am right now, coming out isn't from being stealth and being out about being trans. It's more of like either being thought of as a girl or coming out as trans and telling people to stop calling me a girl. And basically, it's just a matter of like being vulnerable to people because I guess feel like if I come out and I work at McDonald's and it's really busy and there's a lot of people and I feel like it's kind of a personal conversation. And even though I've been working there almost a year, I don't really know anybody because I am very much an introvert and I don't really talk to people. And like I'm friendly. I'm friendly with the people I work with, but I'm not friends with anybody I work with. Like coming out to me has always been a trust issue. So I don't trust anybody that I work with because I'm not friends with anybody that I work with. And they're not bad people, it's just I don't know them. I feel like coming out as trans puts me in a very vulnerable position. I also feel like, and this is partially my own self overthinking, but I feel like it would put me in a defensive position should I have less than favorable outcomes by telling people that I'm trans and, not use she, her pronouns. Because for the most part, 90% of people have already stopped using Alex and use Cyril. But I think part of it is because Cyril isn't that common a name among younger people. It is an older name, I feel. So it hasn't really clicked that Cyril isn't commonly a girl's name, or it's not really a girl's name. They stopped calling me Alex and started calling me Cyril, but nobody's really stopped sheing me because it's just like, okay, so she's going by a different name, and that's about it. And some of the managers know that it goes more than that because they use like he, him pronouns when they're talking about me to other people. Like, get Cyril to go with you, he's over there. But it still hasn't like registered with other people that I don't use she, her pronouns. And a lot of that is on me because I haven't talked to anybody about it. It's just funny because as much as I like on my own blog and stuff talk about or reblog things or posts about being trans and how much I love being trans and stuff, I'm actually like really scared to tell people about it, and it's a frustrating feeling to be okay and at the same time like not okay with it. And I'm mostly frustrated in myself because I haven't stuck up for myself. And then it's like, if I'm coming out as trans, do I come out as non binary or do I just come out as like a trans guy? Like, either way, it's not a easier answer because so far, coming out as a trans guy, I don't know, it hasn't been a good idea as far as my family is concerned because everybody's basically either upset or disgusted or like baffled. And my sister had to like be my guarantor for my new passport that I'm applying for, and so she saw photocopies of like my photo ID card and my health card, which have my new gender marker on it and stuff. And she had to sign the backs of the copies and the fronts of copies. And she's like, "How did you get M on your like IDs? Like, how are they doing that if you aren't a guy?" She's like, "You're not really a guy. You're not fully male. So how can you have an M on any legal paperwork? Is that even like?" How does that even work? And like, I couldn't even get into it because it's like two arguments happening in my head. There's the I'm not a guy argument of explaining being non binary scenario that's happening in my head. And then there's also the whole genitals do not equal gender argument happening in my head. I didn't even know where to start with that, so I just left it alone and just took the papers after she signed it. I have like that to deal with. I don't even know what I would do at work when it's strangers telling me that I had to be a girl because I was born with X, Y, and Z. Point is, so that's like a frustration that I'm having currently in my life. And I'm also kind of frustrated because I still feel like I'm counting my like physical transition as far as when I started injections versus when I actually started testosterone overall. I don't think I'm on a low dose of testosterone injection. I think it's just my body and how it like absorbs testosterone. And because when I went, like, it was only maybe a few weeks ago that I spoke to my endocrinologist, and he said my levels were all good and where they should be for like a cis guy about my age. But I guess because in my day to day, I'm always like misgendered and I can't even. Well, it's less that I can't pass at all. It's more that it's a lot more effort than I want to do, and it's frustrating for me to think about wanting to pass, being that I am non binary. So it's like, what am I even trying to do? And I'm kind of upset with my voice, and I don't know. For me, it just sounds like an adult woman's voice versus like a masculine voice. And I really wish it was deeper, and maybe it's just, I mean, it's 8 months. Maybe like 2 years from now, it'll deepen. And my endocrinologist, I was talking to him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it takes about like six years or something to deepen." And I'm like, I, I don't know about that one. I'm like, it shouldn't take like 6 years for my voice to drop. And like, I was in Toronto a few weeks ago, and I wasn't misgendered at all for those 4 days because I was literally trying to pass, I guess, sort of. I don't know. I was packing, and I wasn't packing to pass. It was more because I feel like I don't pack here because I'm really self conscious and nervous that I'm going to run into somebody I know who um, I'm not out as trans to. And then it's like, you know, I don't use like something huge. I got like the Free Tom like Buddy STP. Um, and I'm literally too pee shy to actually pee standing up because like I try and it's like I can't because I'm too nervous and my body's like, you're gonna be on yourself, you're gonna be on yourself. So that's the thing, but that's for another video. Um, but point is, packing and purposely like deepening my voice. I was comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time. Comfortable physically because like I like packing, but I don't know. I think a part of it was because of the voice, because I was literally putting on a voice versus talking normally, and I felt like if I were to just act naturally, everything would fall apart. I don't even. It was less I was trying to pass and more I wanted to pack, and then I guess because of that, I felt like I had to like live up to what I was doing, and versus just being normal me and talking normally and then just using the men's room and stuff. I don't know. It was interesting, but I really do wish my voice was deeper, but I don't know. This might be it, and if it is, then I just have to get used to it because I feel like it hasn't really dropped since my um, 8 month video. Anyway, so that's what's been happening in my life so far. Bye!